You can place your hands on blocks, which is just, it's really mainly to keep you from overusing your lower back. Just makes it a little easier on the back. All right. Inhale, take a half lift, hands on your legs, move your heart away from your legs, move your shin bones and lower leg forward. Exhale, fold in deep. On this first pass, bend your knees a lot, round up, flex your spine, come all the way up slowly. Arms overhead, Urdhva Hasta Tadasana, that's an inhale. Stay for your exhale, keep your arms overhead. Inhale, press the balls of your feet down, lift up. Inner thigh, big toe, pinky toe. Exhale, lower your heels, bring your hands to your heart. Good, David. Inhale, circle your arms up. Roll your chest open. Think of a very soft standing cobra pose. Good. Reach your arms to the sky. Bend your knees a lot. Bring your chest to your thighs. Reach your arms back behind you. Exhale, release your hands to the floor. Straighten your legs as much as you can comfortably. Bring your hands just above or below your knees. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, forward fold, drop your hands. Bend your knees. Let's do it one more time like this. Ragdoll your spine up. Think ankles and knees a little bit pulling in. Reach your arms overhead and pause. Good, Barbara. Exhale, pull your belly button in. If you're ready for more, inhale, lift your heels up. Pinkies in, thumbs out. Lengthen inner thigh to big toe, pinky toe. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, arms overhead. Soft bend of your elbows, lift your heart. Exhale, sweep your hips back, bend your knees. I'm bringing my chest right onto my thighs. So I've got a lot of support. And then forward fold, release. Let the back of your neck soften. Hands to your thighs. Inhale, lengthening your spine. Ardha Uttanasana. Weight wants to shift back. Keep it forward. Exhale. We've been rolling the spine up. You can continue to do that. Or find the front of your foot. Root the balls of your feet down. Rise up with a straight spine. That's going to give you a little more work, but it can be hard on your lower back. Exhale. So make the choice to be easy on your lower back. Good. Inhale. Reach your arms to the sky. Pinkies in, thumbs out. Lift your heels up. Lengthen inner thigh, big toe, pinky toe. Lower your heels. Exhale, hands to heart. Reach your arms up again. Circle your arms back. Lift your chest like a little soft cobra, just warming up the spine before we do the real deal. Good. Reach your arms to the sky. Exhale, forward fold, long spine. Inhale, half lift. Good, and now it changes. Exhale, step your right foot way back. Squeeze your left buttock in. Squeeze your right buttock in. So it's like everything's coming to the midline. Take your arms back and then start to lift your chest up. Crescent pose. Barbara, amazing. Breath in. Draw your low belly in. So what I'm doing is I'm giving you a Surya Namaskar A, but I'm breaking up the transitions. Normally we go right into plank pose. So I'm giving you the steps before the full plank. Inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, hands to the floor, blocks. Now those of you not going to plank, how do I work plank without going to plank? I press my hands into the floor block. We're all going to practice this. Reach your chest forward. Squeeze your thighs together. And this is how you start to build strength. Those of you who can take plank pose, left foot meets right foot, hold plank. Those of you who can't quite get into plank, come to down dog instead of going to plank. And those of you who are still in the lunge, stay in the lunge. That's how you build strength. Those of you who went to down dog, you come to plank. Everybody decides if it's knees up or down. Exhale to your belly. And for the first back bend, turn your palms flat. Roll your shoulders and lift your chest up. This is your back bend. Good, Barbara. That's exactly right. Bring your hands by your chest. If you want more work coming into a cobra or even pulling forward and through to an up dog, exhale, down dog. And in Surya Namaskar A, you just come to the top of the mat. There's no lifting of your leg. You just hop forward. So either bend your knees, look forward, take a hop, or take a few steps up to the top of the mat. Good, Sid. From standing forward fold, we're all together again. Inhale, half lift, long spine. Exhale, forward fold. Press into your feet. Stand all the way up. Great, Molly. Hands to heart. Inhale, arms overhead. Bend your elbows. Exhale, lift your chest up. Practice the standing back bend. So if you can't do cobra, here's how you get spinal extension. And because we're not on our belly, usually it's a little easier on the back. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, lift your heels, standing balance, inner thighs to big toe, pinky toe. Maybe it's getting easier now. Exhale, forward fold, all the way down. Inhale, half lift, long spine. Exhale, fold in deep, left foot steps back. Squeeze your right hip back, squeeze your left hip in, feel your legs scissor. Completely stay here, 100% stay here. If you're ready to come up, arms go back and then rise up. It'll give you a little less intensity in the lower back. Squeeze, especially your back leg in, your left hip, squeeze it in. And then think inner thigh, big toe, pinky toe. See what happens. Breath in. Exhale, hands to the floor, holding this pose or stepping to plank. Some of you will step to a down dog. Those of you who step to down dog, you'll pull forward to a plank, knees lower down. Exhale. If your back is a little tender, it might feel nice to always come into Shalabhasana locust versus using your hands for cobra or up dog. Ankle squeeze in. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Lift up high to the balls of your feet. Empty your breath. A little few steps or a big hop, top of the mat. We all meet in forward fold. Good. Inhale, lengthening your spine. Exhale, fold in deep. Press into your legs. Ragdoll if that's better for you. Rise all the way up. Good, Shoshana. Exhale, great, David. Samastitihi. Hands to heart. Take a moment. Take a breath. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold. And again, we're doing extra little transitions in a basic Surya Namaskar A. Inhale, saluting the sun, even though it's a moon day. Exhale, fold in deep. Big step back with your right foot. Lower your right knee to the mat. Okay. We're going to start with a softer variation. I mean, softer is maybe not the best word because it's a really deep stretch, so it may feel pretty intense. You're walking your right knee back, hands on blocks, or coming to forearms, dropping your head, which could be without blocks as well. So for those of you who want more flexibility work, that's your pose. For those of you who want a little bit more strength work, come on up into low lunge with your arms overhead. Ooh, nice. Good, Penny. Now, take your left hip as far back as you can. It won't reach past your right hip, but make it feel like it's going backwards as much as you can. And I'm giving you that again to create some balance through your sacroiliac joint, essentially. Breath in, breath out. Everybody come back to the first lunge, hands on blocks, front leg straightens, half splits. Okay. Upright with a long spine is a choice. This is less work for your back, less stretch for your back. I'm putting my left heel into the floor and I'm dragging my left hip back, which usually intensifies the stretch. Option A is here. Option B, if it feels okay in your lower back, would be to drop your forehead towards your left leg. Option C, and this is harder on the knee, but it gives you a lot of flexion through your knee and ankle joint, is to sit back on your right ankle. And this is for a minority of us. This is not very easy. And then bring your forehead forward again. I just have my hands on blocks because they're right there. It kind of feels helpful. You can also reach your hands forward. We're here for a couple more breaths. If you're in this variation where you're sitting all the way back, your ankle likes to roll out. I'm going to ask you to squeeze the inside of your right ankle in a little bit so you're not letting it roll out. If you're all the way back, walk your hands back. Give yourself a little help to come back into the lunge. Good. Same idea. Those of you who want a softer practice, bring your hands back to the inside or your forearms. Come back to lizard pose. Those of you who want more a vigorous practice, you're straightening your right leg. You're either stepping to dog or plank. You're holding either pose. You're deciding if you're flowing through any version of chaturanga, any version of cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Those of you in the lunge, stay one more breath. Those of you in dog, lift your left leg up, inhale. Exhale, step your left foot through, pause. Everybody, your back knee is lifted. Good, David. Top of the mat, standing forward fold. Inhale, half lift, long spine. Exhale, fold in deep. Press into your feet, stand all the way up. Exhale, Samastitihi, hands to heart. Okay, let's break it down and then we'll put it together. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, long spine. Keep your weight forward. Exhale, big step back with your left foot. Lower your knee. Shimmy your knee back. Hands to the inside of your right foot. I'm squeezing my right knee in. Sometimes I say let your leg come out. Today I'm saying in. You can also come down to your forearms with or without blocks, dropping your head. That's where you stay if you want a softer practice. Those of you who want a little bit more work, come up into Anjaneyasana prep. So this is usually called Anjaneyasana. The full form of the pose actually is a very deep back bend with the arms where you're reaching back and lifting your heart. Breath in, breath out. Keep pulling your left thigh up. Squeeze your left hip in so you get a deeper stretch for the hip flexor. Everybody, we meet in any variation. I'm going to walk you through it again of Ardha Hanumanasana. So half splits. Remember, hands on blocks is going to be easier on your lower back. You lift your spine. To intensify, I'm pushing my right foot down and I'm pulling my right hip back while I reach my chest forward. That makes it pretty big. I can also fold over that leg. If you carry a lot of upper body tension, folding in as long as your low back is happy could feel nice on your neck and shoulders. Super deep variation is to sit back on your ankle. This is giving you ankle and knee flexion a lot. And then ultimately folding in. Remember that little extra piece of alignment, squeezing left ankle to the midline. If you're in this deeper variation, deeper mainly because of what's happening on your left side, not your right side. Use your hands back by you to come up slowly. Push into your shin to come forward so there's not too much pressure in your knee. Breath in, breath out. Good. If you're taking the softer practice, come back to any variation of lizard. Stronger practice, lift your back knee, plank or down dog. Flow or skip. Good, Molly. Good, Sid. Nice. Good, Penny. Good, Shoshana. Nice choices, everybody. And then from here, those of us who did the flow, right leg lifts, step it through, step your left foot forward. Inhale, half lift, long spine. Exhale, fold in deep, press into your feet, stand all the way up. Good, David. Samastiti. Just, David, bend your knees a little bit more when you're rolling up. So whenever we're coming from here, if we're rolling up, if you roll up with straight legs, this is what's rolling you up. If you bend your knees, then your hips come underneath you and roll you up. So just a little less intensity on the lower back. Okay. So I'm going to give us 2 different ways to do what I'd call a Surya Namaskar A, a sun salute A. The first one is how we do half salutes. So we're going to do that together. Then I'm going to let you guys go on your own, and I'm going to give the full salutation. Super easy. Inhale, arms overhead. I like to do palms together because it turns the shoulders off. Exhale, forward fold, but you can come down any way you like. You know this. Inhale is a half lift, and you really want to milk this position, lengthening your spine. Exhale, fold in deep. Press into your feet, rise up, hands to heart. So this is a way to get your heart rate up without having ever to put any body weight on your hands or your shoulders. Inhale, arms overhead. It connects our breath. Exhale, forward fold. It's doing a lot of the opening that a full sun salutation would give you. Inhale, half lift. It just doesn't demand as much strength and shoulder work. Exhale, fold. Press into your feet, stand up. Samastitihi, and you can take a few breaths here before you take the next round. So if you're just going to take the half salutes, you're starting here and you're going to do 2 more rounds. Those of us doing the full salutation, arms overhead, we all start together, same thing at the top. Inhale, lengthening your spine. Exhale, hands plant. Right foot, left foot, you're practicing stepping directly to plank. Otherwise, you step to down dog and then you pull to plank. We come through the push-up with or with the knees on the ground. We roll into Bhujangasana, Urdhva Mukha by pulling forward, squeezing our ankles in. Everything's to the midline. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. We lift the heels, we bend the knees, we empty the breath. We either take a few steps or a big hop. Soft landing, top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Remember, these are to warm the body. Exhale, fold in deep. Drop your head. We all meet standing at the top of the mat. Good, Barbara. Great. Also bend your knees a little more, Stevie Ann, on the roll up, hands to knees, hands to heart. Take a breath in. We're doing 1 more cycle. Arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Those of you doing half salutes, you'll probably do about 2 rounds to our 1 round. Inhale, half lift. Long spine. Here's where we all diverge. Exhale, left foot, right to plank or down dog. Hold down dog or shift to plank. We're taking extra breaths today in plank. Exhale, lower through the push-up. Inhale into your back bend. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. Breath in. Rise high to the balls of your feet. Bend your knees. Empty your breath. Walk or soft landing, hop, top of the mat. Half lift, inhale. We're all going to come together. Exhale. Remember, if you're ragdolling, deep bend, almost like you're coming through a chair pose to keep the lower back happy. Arms overhead. Exhale, Samastitihi. Standing in Tadasana and balance. Take a few moments here. Notice your heart rate. Notice if your toes are gripping. Can your spine feel long and tall, but your shoulders and face relax? Does it feel like you're falling back over your heels or falling over your toes? See if you can find a balance of your head over your shoulders, over your ribs, over your hips, over your middle foot. And finally, softly think of your inner thighs moving down through your inner knees, through your big toe, through your pinky toe. Inhale, thumbs touch your third eye. Exhale, slightly bow in, hands to heart.